My name is David Bramowitz. I'm leading a dental mission of 4 Americans and 1 Canadian into the remote rainforests of eastern Uganda. There, we'll be offering our services to Christian and Muslim communities and to a tribe called the Abayudaya. The Abayudaya started practicing Judaism in the early 1900s and for a long while believed they were the only Jews left on the planet. I'm taking along my handheld Canon DSLR so you guys can catch all the action. So fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the journey.
I'm certain day by day you will find your way along. I've left the light to go out. I'll be strong, though the path is long. I'll take no rest, just know that come what may, you will find your way along. I would die for your comfort, and I pray that you find your way along. Just hold you forward, let me go, 'cause I know that you'll find your way along.
Thank you. I'm happy to see you again. You're very welcome. And thanks for bringing another team to work with us.
And it's starting to rain in Uganda, and we're expecting El Nino, heavy rains. So I don't know how it will be. I just pray that we don't get El Nino in our side.
Happy to see you. Happy to see you all. It's been nice. I've been waiting for you. So it's beautiful equipment. You brought it. No, I know.
So yes.
He brought it for us.
Wow.
Wait, how do you bring something? Where did you get it?
You didn't buy it here?
Wow.
So nice job. I'm a dentist in Canada.
You're a dentist in Canada?
Yes.
So, I'm a dentist from Uganda. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.
It's out of tune, out of tune.
Adonai b'nei Elim, Adonai kavod va'oz, Adonai b'nei Elim, Adonai kavod va'oz, ishtahavu l'Adonai, ishtahavu b'hadrat kodesh.
So Abayudaya is Uganda for the people of Judah. As you hear the word Abayudaya, Judah, and our community started in 1919 when the founder, Semei Kakunguru, read the Bible and discovered the Torah. To him it made more sense because it was an expression of God's will, and having been passed over by Moses, and having been a tradition of the Jewish people for centuries, the Torah made more sense to him, and he circumcised himself and his children, and he began to observe the laws of Shabbat, Kashrut, and Hagim, and all these other laws, various laws in the Torah. And that is what defined his community as Abayudaya. And since then, since 1919, our community has passed on from one generation to the other the traditions of Judaism and our faith.
Adonai os le'amo yiten, Adonai Adonai, ishtahav l'Adonai behadrat kodesh.
It's another beautiful day in Uganda.
Sunday morning, people coming in. We're getting ready to go to work.
You girls married yet?
Same as my office. No difference. Just the air conditioning's a little better in my office.
Same non-paying patients, huh?
Right.
We're attempting the the first root canal ever to be done on a dental mission in Uganda, maybe anywhere in the world. And here's the x-ray of the tooth that we just took. You can see the area over the apex. Let's see what we can do.
She doesn't know how lucky she is to have this root canal done and to have the opportunity to have this front tooth fixed instead of taken out.
Well, that's what we're here for.
I'm just going to take a picture because nobody will believe it. We built up her front tooth, which was completely broken, to be a whole new tooth for this 13-year-old young girl who otherwise would have lost her front tooth. And now she can feel good about herself and be very happy to have her tooth there.
We have our mobile clinic here, and we are doing wonderful work here, cleaning people's teeth, helping those teeth that have problems, filling, root canals. These are opportunities that come once in a while in Africa.
Welcome.
How's it going?
Fine. Oh, my uncle is the Mufti of Uganda, the leader of the Muslim community. The Jews and the Muslims get along very well. They socialize very freely. They don't have any stigma. They don't have any stigma. They don't have any segregation. And that's why you see most people ask me from the other sex, how are you working out with Jews? I said, you don't know what is there, but they're quite very good people to work out with. If you people think there's a stigma, it's not there, and it's not anywhere. You are only having stigma for your own self.
You are a very good spokesman. Yes.
Tell what the ministry said about the people I was bringing this time.
This time they told me, how are you managing to bring these very expensive people to Uganda, and what are you going to pay them? I said, no, they love the country, they love us. They don't segregate. They don't know the rich and the poor. They know everyone is a human being who deserves a living. True. Yeah. Health is for all, not for individuals. And they really said this is a very good team. In fact, the TS said this is we've not had people in Uganda of that qualification in the dentistry. They are not there. They were even asking me, do you want to open up a dental school?
Whoa!
And Judaism believes in Tikkun Olam, which is mending the universe. Tikkun Olam means we have to put up good relationship with our immediate neighbors. You don't have to be Jewish to be part of this mission. And not only Jewish people here benefit from the mission, we have Muslims and Christians, actually more, who benefit from this mission and service. So when you come, know that you are part of the human family, and you are going to serve the human family.
In Soho, Uganda.
Okay.
And we're just having a great time.
And shooting the breeze.
How is everything?
What's that?
How is everything? Is the situation okay?
The situation is excellent.
Good.
No complaints at all.
The question I'm always asked is, what's the most amazing thing that's happened to you here? And there's so many. Class 5 whitewater rafting on the Nile, the safaris, hiking at Sippy Falls, the food, the people, the villages, the synagogues, the volunteers. Everything here is beyond National Geographic. But I'll tell you, the one thing that really blew my mind was when I first came here, I asked the rabbi, how does one become an Abayudaya? He said it was either by birth or by marrying in. Well, 2 years later, I'm sitting in the synagogue on one Shabbat, and the rabbi gets up before the congregation and says, from now on, Dr. Abramowitz will no longer be considered a guest. From now on, he's a member of our people. If before the Abayudaya were 2,000, now we are 2001. Wow. And I'm thinking back to the time when I was a young kid visiting the African Pavilion at the 1964 New York World's Fair. and I remembered how enchanted I was. And soon after, I saw the movie King Solomon's Mines, which further fueled my fantasies. So here I am now, 50 years later, living the dream.
When do you think you'll be back?
Sometime during 2016.
2016.
Yeah, definitely.
And look, the rain just stopped on cue.
Like that.
Okay, so I'm telling the story about Idi Amin and his forces. One time, and both times were Sukkot. My father was arrested for building a sukkah. He had outlawed Judaism in Uganda, so no Jewish practice was allowed. So for building a sukkah, my father was arrested and only survived after we paid 5 goats bribe to the arresting police. Then during Sukkot, in our time, they had come to arrest the youth. That's JJ, me, and everybody. So, and probably they wanted to kill me and JJ because they came with guns at night, midnight. So what happened is I disguised myself as a girl because I looked very young, and so I went and slept on the other side of the girls. So when they came with their flashlights, they saw girls, and they thought I was a girl. I had nothing to show that I was actually a man. And so they got Aaron, my older brother, the director of Hadassah. They got Israel. They got another man called Samson, beat them up, show us where Gershom and JJ is. And I was there. They were beating them, and they could not say, they said, they are not here. They actually beat them severely, took them out, removed their shirts at night in the cold, and they marched them all the way to jail because they had failed to disclose where I and JJ was. Meanwhile, JJ had disappeared. He ran out of the place and went to home. So it was dangerous. Idi Amin was, and I think had I not disguised myself, I would be dead. I would be not here. But thank God, I looked like a girl.
You guys are modest. No, I'm really not. I drink this morning. They give you a course on how to work this sucker when we get it.
This is the rice. And we
African rice.
We have chapati. We have fish. We have vegetables.
And it looks beautiful. And here's beautiful Rachel. We're looking for maybe an American husband. maybe.
In the beginning, our community had over 8,000 people. Now we have about 2,000, growing all the way from 300 after the fall of Idi Amin. During Amin's regime and time, Judaism was forbidden and outlawed. So it was very difficult for people who feared for their lives to continue identifying with Judaism. Many people converted away from our community, and by the end of Amin's regime, there were less than 300 people. Since then, we have been growing steadily to about 2,000, and all the 2,000 are committed to Judaism and are committed to extending Judaism to the future here in Uganda.
The most interesting case that we saw here was an 18-year-old male presented with an erosive lesion of the right posterior palate. on clinical examination, which is all we could really do, it was probably some type of a ulcerative lesion, possibly squamous cell carcinoma, and we decided to send him to the local clinic with a note that hopefully they'll be able to treat this lesion definitively, biopsy, take a CAT scan, establish a diagnosis, and treat. Otherwise, every patient, every case was different, but the camaraderie kept you going.
I am not only a rabbi, but also a politician and a community worker. I work with people from various religious backgrounds. And as you see us here, I have my colleague and friend from Abayudaya up in the mountain. He's a Christian working for me in my campaign, working together with us to teach people about unity. And in between here we have a Sheikh Yusuf, who is also a prominent cleric, Muslim cleric, but nevertheless, he says it is better to be peaceful than to be at war. And so all of us are in partnership for creating peace in our area, preaching peace and showing people by example that we can live together despite of our religious differences, that we can actually approach our challenges and problems together as a people, as people, and not from the point of view of religious differences. So for us here, religious differences don't matter. We respect each other's beliefs, we respect each other's differences, but then that respect is the one that brings us together as one group of Ugandans who work for peace and who work for progress of our country.
Welcome. Here, the school has been in existence since 2001. So, we have 21 teachers and about 12 non-teaching staff. We have a total of 350 children in this school. The school is both a boarding and day school. We have Jewish children, and we have Muslim children, and we have Christian children here. We have provided them with breakfast, provide them with lunch and dinner. And the fees or tuition is pocket friendly. But the parents are not able to pay dues for their children because the fee seems to be very high for them. Because, you know, we are living in a rural area where people don't have enough money in their pockets. Otherwise, you are very most welcome to this community, doctor, and we thank you so much for helping our children improve on their dental health.
I made it out of clay.
I made it out of clay.
And when it's dry and ready,
And when it's dry and ready,
my dreidel I shall play.
my dreidel I shall play.
The Parsha talks about the descendants of Noah being scattered all over the world. As a result, for many years, we lost touch with each other. But now we have found each other. Let me say that I'm delighted and honored to stand before you as a cherished guest and as part of our large, wonderful, diverse Jewish family. I want you to know that now that we have found you again, we will not allow you to disappear from our lives or abandon you. Please note that we rejoice in knowing that you are a valued part of our Jewish family and that you will always have a place in our hearts. This has been the most rewarding and wonderful mission. Everyone was wonderful, and I'm so glad that we became not only a dental team, but a family as well.
The situation here was excellent. And I can't say anything more because it's all been said already. But this is wonderful, and I look forward to next year in Uganda.
I can't believe it's over because it went so quickly, but it always does. I feel really, this was a great team, and that's what makes it work.
What an experience. You should all try it. It will change your life.
Great.
We were told that this was a restaurant for homesick Mzungus.
And it definitely is.
I don't know if we're homesick, but we're definitely Mzungus.
Maybe you're homesick because you were told it is a restaurant for homesick Mzungu and you came.
As I make my long journey back home, after spending 2 weeks with this African tribe that's adopted me as their only male Mzungu member, here are some of my thoughts. Although this community looks outwardly like no other Jewish community I've ever seen, inwardly, they're practicing the identical Judaism I grew up with in suburban Long Island. But let's make no mistake about it. This is an at-risk Jewish community that requires much outside support. Right now, they're living in peace with their neighbors, but the political climate in Africa could change on a dime. They're also one of the most impoverished people in all of Uganda, as they were denied schooling and opportunity during the brutal reign of Idi Amin. And just as in the US, they're facing the same challenges of assimilation. Over the past century, thousands of Jewish communities have either disappeared or have been forcefully wiped off the map. This is a community that chose Judaism and has been practicing Judaism for almost 100 years. All these communities are precious to us. We can't afford to lose any more. What the Abayudaya yearn for most is acceptance. They want to feel part of the Jewish world.
Shalom, 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 Abayudaya, shalom, 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 everybody, shalom, 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 American, shalom, shalom, shalom to Uganda, shalom, shalom to Israel, shalom, shalom to Jerusalem, shalom, shalom to Zion, shalom, shalom everywhere, shalom, shalom to everybody, shalom, shalom everywhere, shalom, shalom to Abayudaya, shalom, everybody, shalom, shalom, everyone, shalom, shalom.
Do you want us to come back and visit you again?
Yes.